Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kristen.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
This is Empathy in Action's second interview to go with our series of interviewing role models in the central New York area. And today we are meeting Kate Houck. She is the executive director of David's Refuge based in Manlius, New York. And in order to learn about what Kate does on a day-to-day basis and what David's Refuge does, we're going to start by, if you would share with us, maybe what your typical day would be. And let's go pre-pandemic. So 4 weeks ago or
Yeah,
more, what would you be doing and what would your day look like? And what would the services of David's Refuge look like at that time?
man. So I actually really enjoy talking about that because don't we all want to go back to our normal?
Right.
So my job at David's Refuge is a full circle of different activities on a day-to-day basis. Our services are in place to provide care for the caregiver, which is a very different concept. And it's an honor to do what we do because not many other charities, really none other in the country, do what we do. We provide respite services, weekends away, different events, year-round programming, and what I like to say sometimes, just a blanket of comfort around moms and dads who have children with special needs or a child who has a medical condition, so a child diagnosed with cancer, for example. Our services are geared at reminding moms and dads and caregivers that they are not alone, that what they do every day in caring for their loved one matters, and that they are loved by God and they are loved by this community and they're not forgotten. Many times caregivers can feel isolated and very forgotten. And our whole service is structured as based around reminding them they are not. So our services on a day-to-day basis and our team works so hard every day to come alongside families. But a lot of what we do is about actually seeing and being around families and offering them this opportunity to come together. So everything we do right now is completely changed. And to say it's been a challenge would be an understatement, but I also so encouraged every day by the creativity of my staff because we found ways. So we're still doing what we got to do.
Well, that's good. And I think it's important to just pause for a second because this is a concept that I don't think people think about. And to take a minute to consider what these parents are going through and consider on a day-to-day basis what a caregiver in this position is dealing with. And we've seen caregivers and we've seen them, we're seeing them now go to work and then come back home, but this is a situation where it's 24/7.
Yeah.
And they are in a position to give of themselves 24/7. And if we really consider it and think about it, look at the potential stress and hardship and frustration that these people are going through, that it's when you think about it, it's really hard to believe that something like your organization hasn't existed for a very, very, very long time, because this need has been there. And I love that it's being addressed, and it makes so much sense once you understand.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. And I worry, a lot of what's driving us. So if we kind of skip to, okay, what's
Right,
happening now?
right.
What's driving me and my team is an overwhelming sense that our families could be struggling in ways that we probably can't even put words to right now. My coworker just, she's someone who has a child with special needs, and she was telling me that a day-to-day basis, she is now OT, PT. She is doing all of the, so it's not just schoolwork, it's all of the support services. A lot of kids go out with their mentors every day, and they go out and they do volunteering and they go do fun things. and those mentors are not able to come and take provide the parents with respite and provide the child, the young adult, with something that they really treasure and enjoy. So you have to think about all of this normalcy and how it is completely being disrupted. But also on a medical level, our parents are now faced with providing all of those services in
Right.
addition to schoolwork and everything. So what we've been so excited to be able to do is we've set up very quickly a meal program. So we're still able to provide all of our families with a voucher reimbursement program. So all David's Refuge caregivers can go out and get a meal to feed their family, and they can submit and we'll reimburse them for that expense. That has really taken off, as you can imagine. The financial struggle has been really hard. We've created a caring team made up of our hosts. So these are people who, they go on the weekends with our couples, and obviously we're not able to do that right now. So any of our families who are in crisis mode, who really are struggling, can go right to our website, and they can put in their situation, and one of our caring team members will actually give them a call and set up a time to talk. So that's just a very nice service. We're going to be sending care packages to all of the families in the next week. So that'll hopefully give them a little bit of sunshine. We have started a major social media push where we're doing really fun things, anything from crafts to music to resource building to just things to get our families together on social media. We're doing coffee talks. We're doing, just all of those types of things. So we've really increased those efforts as well. And then lastly, I have one staff member, and her sole job is to call all of our caregivers. She has called over 400 families in the last 2 weeks, and she's going to just go right through the list and start over again. Those calls have really made a tremendous impact on, there's my son, on knowing that our families are not alone and just checking in on them, basically.
Yeah, that's amazing. And once we're in isolation, we realize how much we miss face to face and how
Yeah.
much we miss that communication. And
Yeah.
especially for someone in a position like that, that must be so much more. I mean, I know I'm feeling that I have to Zoom with somebody every single day because you
Right.
just have
Yeah.
to have that connection. I think that's what we were born for, and that's what we live for. So being able to offer that is amazing.
Yeah. It's been great.
Yeah, good. So I know that you input empathy into everything you do. And I'm wondering if you might want to share how maybe some techniques or what you're doing or how you're incorporating empathy today into, your day-to-day life, your staff, or David's Refuge services.
So I think the biggest thing that we've been reminded of during this time is that you never really know what someone else is going through. You never really know why they answered the phone the way they did, because you don't know what happened the minute before. And that is the biggest reminder I'm giving my team right now, and pretty much anyone in my life, is you have no idea what's going on in someone else's story. And I think just taking that conscious step back as you approach every situation right now, especially, is something we all need to be reminded to do, is give grace and give an extra level of curiosity. We just learned that from our buddy yesterday, Mike.
Right.
When something's given to you, no matter how it comes to you, if you approach it with curiosity and you ask questions, you're always going to come out ahead. So that's the way I've been approaching my staff. That's the way when families call and they're in really high stress level of emotions and they're worried. It's just asking questions to help really get to the core of what that is. And then the best part of David's Refuge right now is we're actually able to act. We can provide some help. So families who call us with real direct needs, we've been able to point them in the right directions by listening and being responsive to people. People right now need to be heard, need to know that they're being heard.
That's right.
And we are getting right back to people. If they email us, they get a response that day because we want them to know that we see them. So those are just some ways that we're taking even more of a step into empathy right now. But I think it's going to have long-term effects of how we always approach our business, and it's going to help us all learn how to do it even better.
I hope so. I'm feeling that too, that this is a huge transitional stage where we are incorporating things now that we hadn't thought about before. And I really feel like this is becoming a conversion into a new service plan.
Yeah.
And incorporating empathy into a business plan for moving forward when we're, back at our offices or wherever we are. I think this is making a step for us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you for all that you're doing too, Kristen.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for paying attention. It's really nice being out there. So if anyone's listening today and they know of a family who might need help, or they want to help, would you direct them to the website, or what would you like them to do?
Yeah, davidsrefuge.org, you're going to find everything. So we're still accepting applications. Providing a David's Refuge with your full application will still get you into our service structure. Obviously, we don't know right away what our weekend program will look like, our main service. But if you apply, we automatically get you into anything else that we're doing. So you can connect on social media, you'll start getting our newsletters, and you'll be offered any of the services that we're currently offering. So I would suggest people get their application in. And just stay connected. Anyone can join on social media as well. We have a great Facebook page with tremendous resources, so you can like us at David's Refuge. We also on April 11th are going to be launching a Be the Light campaign. And we are hoping that everyone in our community can be the light for a caregiver that they know. And all we need you to do is create a luminary or light a candle and take a picture. And you can post it on social media, #BeTheLight. And we're going to try to drum up as much support as we can for caregivers in our community. So that's a great way to help as well.
And anybody can do it. And it's a great way to keep connected with everyone. And
That's right.
you're probably always looking for businesses or anyone who's willing to help provide services, even in this different atmosphere. So they could contact you also if they wanted to maybe provide something to your caregivers.
Absolutely. And, that's something we're always looking at. And, we'll find a way to keep going through this, but we are fully funded by individuals and donations and businesses. So if anyone is feeling like they want to give towards that, you can find all of that on our website as well.
Okay. And we'll put the link to the website on the outside of this recording and in the contextual part of social media. And is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. This has been great. It's so nice to see you, at least your face there, and hopefully we'll be able to see each other in person again soon. Okay, take care.
Bye.